Hi, my name is Kelly Belanger, and I teach health science at the Hamilton Career and Technology Center in Westminster, South Carolina. I use Universal Design for Learning and blended learning in my health science classroom, and I have noticed a huge difference in the culture of my classroom since I have implemented it, and it's really allowed me to meet my students where they are instead of trying to put them into a mold of an average student, which does not exist. Blended learning is the use of technology mixed in with face-to-face instruction, and I use this along with Universal Design for Learning framework. Universal Design for Learning, the way that I implement it in my classroom, one of the things that I do is instructional videos. The instructional videos take me out from the front of the classroom. It puts a video in front of the kids that they can watch and rewatch. They can use their guided notes to take notes either electronically or on paper. It also allows me to have more one-on-one time with my students because it's taking me out from in front of the classroom and allowing me to nurture those relationships with them. So I also use choice boards in my classroom. After they do their instructional video and their guided notes, they will do an assignment or an activity to show what they have learned. If they enjoy reading or writing, then that's something they can choose to do. Universal Design for Learning is all about meeting the student where they are and breaking down those barriers for students because they don't fit into a mold. They don't all enjoy doing the same things and they do not all learn the same way. So really focusing on the students I think is important, but also those one-on-one relationships that we have. I'm able to challenge my students to also go out of their comfort zone to try different things. They don't need to feel stressed out to meet a deadline. If it's something that's going to help them and it's going to challenge them and enable them to become expert learners, that's the overall goal. One other thing that I use in the Universal Design for Learning framework is small group instruction. My students work at their own pace through their instructional video, guided notes, their assignments, and then throughout that process, I will pull a few students aside to see if they need extra help, to give them that one-on-one instruction if they need it. And I feel like they respond better to small group instruction. They open up more, they ask more questions versus being in a whole group setting. So it allows them to lean on their peers for any help. It allows them to ask me questions and for me to give them some instruction that maybe they haven't gotten yet, or maybe some things they don't understand. So I have found by using Universal Design for Learning that students have more agency over their learning. They have more ownership, self-determination, and responsibility. That is what I'm trying to implement in my classroom because those are the skills they are going to need as adults, whether they're going straight into the career or they're going post-secondary education. Those skills are what I'm trying to teach them in my classroom for the future.
I'm Sarah Smith and I'm in Miss Belanger's class. Probably helped me the most was when we work in small groups, and when we get in small groups, you can help and does show us examples, explain what we have questions on, and I think that helps me. The instructive videos would be that we can take more feedback on the instructive videos given us and show what each part of the body does. Moving on my own pace is I can absorb all the information and I won't get more frustrated and confused and a lot of information gets put on top of each other. Yeah, I think it takes me out of my comfort zone on doing something harder, then I can get more mature and do harder things that I never done. Probably skills that would help me be more successful would be taking step-by-step instructions and taking it from the step-by-steps to helping others and me to take notes if I have to. I would probably say that the way you give let us have options and like let us to get our own examples and help us work, like give small groups instructions, and when we take that small groups and we go back and work on our own, we can still have questions, and you always can come to us and work through our stuff.